Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Transformers Titans Return review for you today. This is Legends Class Roadburn. Now as you can probably tell, this is a remolded and repainted Bumblebee. It is the same mold as Bumblebee that came out in Wave 3. And this has just been, I think he has a new head and painted red. Now I know what you're probably thinking, why didn't they repaint him red and make him Cliff Jumper? I don't know. I can't really answer that question. I have to assume, given the art up here, that Roadburn is supposed to be the Throttlebot Chase. That's my guess. I'm guessing they just don't have the rights to the name Chase anymore, so they decided to call him Roadburn. But I mean, judging by the artwork up here and the fact that, the relative shape of the car, I have to assume that that's what they're going for. I can't 100% say that, but that's my guess. In any case, taking a look real quick here on the back, the one-sentence description says, if Decepticons think they can outrun Roadburn, they are wrong. So there you go. But yeah, you can see vehicle mode, robot mode, alt mode over here being the car. Pretty neat. We'll get them out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is Roadburn out of the packaging. Taking a quick look at the little card that he comes with. Really nice artwork there. I like that a lot. Very cool. Taking a look on the back, you can see speed and intelligence are his two highest stats. He doesn't have a Titan Master, so no augmented stats. But nice thick cardboard, so it's a nice collectible card. Not going to rip it. Taking a look at Roadburn here, I'm going to bring in B real quick for comparison. You can see it's the same mold. Very, very similar, just slightly different paint job. Obviously, you have a little bit more black down here and in the crotch. And I think on the back of the hands, there's a strip of black. But ultimately, it's the same mold. So it's very similar. I'm kind of excited they didn't just make it Cliff Jumper, though. So I have to applaud them for that. I appreciate that they tried something different. Because they could have easily just made a Cliff Jumper. But I'm kind of proud of them that they didn't. Taking a quick look at the face sculpt there, you can see it's a little weird. Like the top part's kind of that boxy rectangle, and then the mouth underneath is like sunken back a little bit. It almost kind of looks like a handlebar mustache, but I don't think it's supposed to. And I would have maybe had the visor be a different color than the rest of the face. Just my personal opinion, but ultimately I do like the color scheme of the head. I like the head sculpt. It's just a little weird to me, but it is growing on me. And again, I'm just kind of excited it's not Cliff Jumper. Articulation is going to be the same as B. Head can move from side to side. Ball joint here in the shoulder. Ball joint in the elbow. I don't think there's any waist articulation now. Ball joint in the hip. And then you have this kind of set of swivels, which is really for the transformation, but it does give him a knee joint. And then kind of a, not really an ankle joint, but you can kind of sink it in there. That's really because of the transformation. The knee joint's the only kind of official joint for the robot mode. But ultimately, yeah, I like it. I like the Bumblebee mode. I liked the Bumblebee mold. So I like this mold again as Roadburn. Kind of neat. So we'll go ahead and get into the transformation. Alright, so getting into the transformation, if you're familiar with Bumblebee, it's the exact same transformation. Chest piece pops up, and then you accordion out this whole kind of roof and back end of the car there. You're going to bring this up and then bend it back up like that so it's a little bit taller. You're going to fold up, straighten out the arms here so that they're aligned, as you can see, with the whole side of the car like that. And then you can pop these up, and they'll kind of click in. They kind of fit inside for what I'm talking about here. The black joint like fits inside the red plastic piece just so you can really push it together as much as you need to. And then you're going to rotate this whole part back, and then this is going to fit inside here and peg in. It fits in between these two end pieces and pegs in pretty nice. So there you can see that's pretty much the whole back end of the car. And then you're just going to accordion in the feet and line them up very simply like that. And there you go. You have the little red car. I like the look of it a lot. I would say that the vehicle mode reminds me more of the Throttlebot Chase than the robot mode does. but it's very cool. I like it. Again, I'm kind of excited they didn't just do Cliff Jumper. And I think this vehicle mode does work better for throttle bots. I'm kind of expecting to get a B repaint as Goldbug. Wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And then also I wouldn't be surprised if they repainted Brawn, the upcoming Brawn from Wave 4, as Rollbar. I think the Throttlebot was Rollbar, the Throttlebot Jeep. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting a whole set of repaints that are Throttlebots. I'm pretty sure they could probably do this again as Searchlight and Freeway. And you could get the white and the red. And then the only thing you'd have a problem with is Wide Load, the construction vehicle, dump truck, whatever term you want to use there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. The only thing that's kind of a pain, you can open this up, and then this whole thing can go up and you can fit a Titan Master in there. And I mean, that's cool. But the way you have to open up the car every time is a little bit of a pain. But you can fit a Titan Master right in there and then close it back up and push that together. And I understand because of the transformation, that's how it has to be done. But it would have been so much easier if like this was a hinge right here and you could just swivel this up, put him in, and swivel it back down. Again, because of how the transformation works, I understand why that's not possible. But that would have been obviously easier. It's just a little bit of a pain to open up the back section to put the Titan Master inside. But he fits inside very nicely. And I like the fact that the mold doesn't really have any robot kibble. I mean, you see the back of the head, but not a real big deal. Because it's not like you see the face. So, not really any robot kibble. I think it's pretty neat in that regard. So yeah, I think this is a cool little vehicle mode, and I definitely think it works for a Throttlebot chase. So I happen to like Roadburn quite a bit. I know I'm probably biased because I believe it to be an homage to the Throttlebot chase, even though they couldn't use the name anymore. It's not perfect. I think I would still tweak the head sculpt a little bit, but I do like the color scheme for it. I would just tweak it maybe a little bit. Otherwise, I really like the vehicle mode. I think that works for chase, and I think the robot mode is perfectly good. I mean, obviously, like I said, if they could have put a little something on the back, but, you know, you have to use the mold that you have. You can't tailor it that much. It's a $10 toy, so I get that. But ultimately, I think it's a pretty successful homage for the Throttlebot chase, if that's in fact what they're going for, but I suspect that it is. But yeah, I like this guy. I can understand how if you're only going to get one, you're probably going to get Bumblebee, and I get that. And the mold probably works... Well, let's put it this way. I like Bumblebee's robot mode better, but I like Chase's vehicle mode better. And I know that doesn't make sense because their vehicle modes are almost identical, but let's put it this way. I like the bot mode for B better because I love his head sculpt, but I think the vehicle mode works on Chase better. The vehicle mode does not scream Bumblebee. Bumblebee obviously is usually traditionally a Volkswagen Beetle, and this is really more of like almost like a Scion Cube or something. It's more closer, the vehicle mode is closer to something like that. So I feel like the mold, I should say the vehicle mode of this mold works better for Roadburn than it does for Bumblebee, but I really love the colors and the head sculpt of Bumblebee. So I think they're both worth picking up. I mean, the nice thing about toys this size class is only $10. If you can find it on sale, maybe even a little bit cheaper than that. So I think he's worth picking up. I don't think for $10 you'll be disappointed. But if you're only going to get one, you're probably going to get Bumblebee, and I can understand that. But I think Roadburn works. I like him a lot. Very excited to find the rest of the Legends class in this wave. So I'll be taking a look, looking around for those. But in the meantime, I got Roadburn here, and he's keeping me company until I can find the rest. And he's fun. I like him a lot. I'm not disappointed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Legends Class Roadburn from Transformers Titans Return. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.